From the snowy city of brotherly love to the snowy city of Buffalo, another presentation of the NFL playoffs here on Give 'em 5 Media. And it's the premier contest we've all been waiting for. It's the Baltimore Ravens as they travel to Buffalo to take on Josh Allen and the Bills. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Hope you're enjoying your evening from wherever you are. Robbie Basil, Jacob Kaplan, game 4 of 4 here in the divisional round of the playoffs. You've seen every game here on Give 'em 5 Media so far. And Jacob, from what we've seen out of all 3 games so far, you could probably argue this is going to be one of the, if not the most interesting contest for sure.
Yeah, totally. I agree. It's the game everybody was circling. Obviously, we can't shy away from the other heroics that the divisional round has brought. But I can't wait for this game. Two MVP caliber players in Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Two amazing teams. The Buffalo Bills, who are trying to get to the Super Bowl and get over that hump. You know, they've hit the wall a couple times against the Chiefs. But if they win this game tonight, they're going to have to go through that again down at Arrowhead. But also for the Ravens, it'll be just like an AFC Championship rematch last year, but unfortunately they lost that at home. Obviously, winner plays the Chiefs at Arrowhead. It's going to be a great one. Amazing game. It doesn't get much better than this.
Let's talk about these two teams first. We'll start with the home team, the number 2 seeded Josh Allen led Buffalo Bills, who defeated the Denver Broncos after a slow start in the wild card round last Sunday, Jacob. And from what you've seen of Josh Allen, a Bills team that no one really knew at the beginning of the season what they were getting themselves into, because some said they could win 12 games, some said they could win 7, but it's been a quarterback that hasn't had the greatest weapons, just like Kansas City, that have found their way to the top as they are set to face Lamar Jackson this evening.
Yeah, Josh Allen, like I said, he's a great guy. He hasn't had the best weapons though. Obviously, Stephon Diggs, they had a great connection, didn't work out in the end. And now he's got Matt Collins, Khalil Shakir, rookie Keon Coleman, and his two other decent tight end targets. It's going to be really interesting to see what the share between them is in the receptions or how much ball touches they get. James Cook also and the running back room has also been solid for the Bills this year. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Bills are going to get going against this Ravens defense.
On the flip side, you mentioned this Ravens defense, one of the more undisciplined defenses in the NFL this season. Costly mistake after costly mistake we've seen from them all year. You saw a couple instances against Pittsburgh last week, but at the end of the day, it's Lamar Jackson and one of the newest acquisitions for this team, Derrick Henry, who got the job done last week.
Yeah, Derrick Henry, the biggest signing I'd say in free agency for the Ravens, brings that duo, that running back duo. I would say, Lamar likes to run a lot, and Derrick Henry is just a beast. Maybe another MVP caliber player we can see as him. As I said, the two quarterbacks, and maybe even Saquon Barkley, who shined earlier today. But Derrick Henry, the Bills' run defense wasn't the best this year, so I could see the Ravens using Henry a lot, maybe in the pass game out of the backfield, or even running it up the gut. But it's going to be a tough challenge for the Bills' defense tonight.
With the conditions we've seen and what it could turn into later tonight, it's the highest temperature we'll have tonight is 20 degrees out in Buffalo. Possibilities of lake effect snow. There's a good chance it could turn into what we saw in Philadelphia at the end of the game earlier today that we just saw with Gans and Charlie hit, where we saw a ton of snow and a lot of ground game play. So we have two great running backs with Derrick Henry and James Cook. We will see them on full display. Let's take a break. When we come back, lineups and kickoff and players to watch. You're watching Give 'em Five's presentation of the NFL's divisional round of the playoffs. We'll be right back. Welcome back to coverage of the NFL playoffs here on Given 5 Media. Winner of this contest will travel to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. We just saw or just learned that the Philadelphia Eagles will be facing the Commanders in a divisional rivalry game in the rubber match for the NFC Championship on the road to the Super Bowl in just a couple of weeks. And we said it a couple of minutes ago, Jacob. The impact of both ground games. You have the number one rushing attack in the Baltimore Ravens, headlined, of course, by Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. You have the ground and pound type of mentality. And with the weather that we're seeing, you probably will see a lot of that ground game with the Ravens, but also with James Cook. You have two premier running backs. I think that's something that we'll both be watching out for today.
Yeah, totally. As Henry and Cook are both premier running backs in this league. Also, the Bills love to use their second string running backs. Also, you saw Ty Johnson all that last week. I believe Ray Davis, though, ended up the game on the injury report. But yeah, Lamar and Henry, the defense really doesn't know which way it's going to go because when Lamar is about to give it to Henry, he pulls it back a lot and runs it himself for at least another 20 to 30 yards sometimes. And Henry's just a beast who will bulldozer over guys. He's done it a lot in his career. He's kind of created his own highlight tape of doing it. It's going to be the Bills' run defense, who was a little slow in the regular season. They need to wake up, especially tonight, to stop the best running game in the league.
The best running game in the league they are, and I believe they're going to be without Zay Flowers in the passing attack. So if you look at the Ravens offense in the receiving core, they're going to have to lean a lot on Rashad Bateman. They're going to have to lean a lot on players like Nelson Aguilar. So you want to talk about two teams that are premier, but with not the greatest receivers. I mean, we look at the entire four remaining teams in the AFC going into yesterday. Injury plagued receiving core with the Chiefs, injury plagued receiving core with the Texans. Not the strongest receiving core with the Bills, injury plagued receiving core with the Ravens. All four teams are able to display a ground game. All four teams are here where they are. So
Yeah.
it's going to be very interesting to watch out for sure. We're just a couple of minutes away from kickoff of what is set to be, hopefully, a matchup that we will not be forgetting for a very long time. And also, I just want to give a quick note. Is this the first game we're doing together
I
since
believe
the SEC miscue,
I
SEC
believe so.
championship
Yeah,
miscue?
yeah. Ever since
Yeah,
the SEC Wi-Fi
the
draft.
very if you remember, this is also the last time I had a stream in this room. We did the SEC championship, or at least
Yeah,
attempted the SEC championship.
we made
So
it through what, like the first minute of the second or
we
so.
got through the first quarter, and then
Yeah,
my laptop died. So we'll see how that goes. Fortunately, I do have a new charger, so the laptop will not be dying.
it's great news.
Timers do go off though, so we're just a couple of moments away from what will supposedly be kickoff. Two MVP caliber quarterbacks set to duel in Buffalo, New York. It is likely going to be snowing later on. It is freezing. It is a typical Buffalo Sunday at this point in the year. If you know anything about northern New York or really northwestern New York, it does get very cold. You'll see a lot of snow, possibly. With I believe it's snowing where both of us are in our home in both of our locations. So maybe we see some tonight, here, there, and everywhere, as they would say. As we're currently awaiting to see who will be getting the ball first. Will it be the Ravens star quarterback, dual threat magician Lamar Jackson, or will it be the cannon of an arm and the physicality of Josh Allen in this AFC divisional race, divisional contest at Highmark Stadium in Buffalo? The fireworks are going off. I think we might see some fireworks in this game as well
Expecting a
on
lot.
the field. But from the looks of it, I believe the it is going to be the Bills who will be getting the ball first. So Justin Tucker
It looks like, yeah, it looks like that.
is going to be putting the ball on the tee in just a second. The Bills I believe will be in the blue jerseys with the white helmets. The Ravens in the white jerseys with the purple helmets. Snow flurries for sure. It feels like 12 will probably go down to about 0 as the game goes on. New York's frozen tundra. That's where we are for this contest. Lamar Jackson, no, not one afraid of the cold. Neither is Josh Allen.
Josh Allen is definitely used to it by now.
If he isn't now, it will be shocking. He did play at Wyoming, which is, if you know anything about the Mountain West Conference, it is very cold in most places. I mean, you go to Boise, Idaho, as you mentioned, Wyoming, both places that could help Allen be accustomed to the cold. But what we saw earlier, wind and kicking woes. So for Justin Tucker and Tyler Bass, both kickers who you could argue have had down seasons, it'll be very interesting to see how they perform. It's actually the Bills kicking off, so that was a very weird situation. So both
Uh,
games, just for
Tyler
reference,
Bass kicking off for the Bills.
it will be we both saw one team initially looking like they're lining it up, but instead it'll be the Bills to kick off 130 combined touchdowns and 19 combined turnovers. That's the most touchdowns and the least amount of turnovers entering a playoff game in history. Bass kicks it away. We're underway as this one returned from about the 1 across the 20, 25, and down about the 27-yard line is where the Ravens will start. And who else can you mention on this Ravens team other than Lamar Jackson? 4,400 passing yards or so, just a tick under 1,000 rushing yards for a quarterback, by the way.
Looking like
Is
Madden numbers, actually, like
It is Madden numbers.
crazy numbers. He's 500 against the Bills though in his career, 2-2. The Bills did get the better of the Ravens when they played. I believe it was the divisional round back in Buffalo years ago.
They'll line up on Jackson under center and 1st and 10. They'll go handoff on 1st down, and they won't get very much. Moving to the left side and tackled right at the line of scrimmage was the 22 of Derrick Henry. You'll see him time and time again. They actually gave him a gain of 1. As mentioned, for the Ravens, no Zay Flowers from the looks of it. So you'll see Rashad Bateman and Tylan Wallace be the 2 main receiving options, other than Mark Andrews at tight end. The number 1 offense against this Bills rock solid defense. 1 man in motion, Jackson shotgun, handoff Henry going to the left side, and he won't get even to the 30. It'll be gain of about 1.5, maybe 2, and quickly it will be 3rd down and the long for the Ravens.
Bills defense is bringing it early. Gregory Rousseau was there on that first play, and they stopped Henry for a yard both on these first 2 plays. Let's see what the Ravens do here on 3rd and long.
3rd and long, 3rd and about 7.5, 8. 10 for 15 on 3rd downs in the wild card for the Ravens, so they're not unfamiliar with 3rd down territory. Play clock inside 3. Jackson drops the throw. Jackson staying in the pocket, forced to step up, forced to take off and go. Lamar Jackson across the 30, 35, just short of the 40, and will get a 1st down. It's a gain of about 10. And Lamar Jackson showing that dual threat ability. 1st down, Baltimore.
Like we were saying in the intro, you got to stop both him and Derrick Henry. They stopped Henry, but when you get to 3rd down, the Bills need to get off the field for Josh Allen and his offense to go to work, but they couldn't do it there as Lamar gets the 1st down.
First team in NFL history in the regular season and postseason to have a 1,000-yard rusher and a 2,000-yard rusher. They'll keep it with Jackson on play action. Force the roll to his left. Fires. Passes dropped. Incomplete. Derrick Henry on the wheel route was the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, out wide open was Derrick Henry. Looked like on a flare route / maybe wheel route. Would have been a 1st down and a lot more because it looked like he had a lot more open green grass ahead. But it just goes through his hands, slick conditions. thin white layer of snow on on the green field as the snow is coming down heavily at Highmark.
Starting to pick up is the snow as well as the wind. But Jackson's gonna fire a pass deep right side. It's complete inside the 25 of Buffalo. Big pass complete. It's a deep ball for the Ravens. Isaiah Likely gets the Ravens just outside the red zone. It's a gain of over 40, and the Ravens are marching down the field.
Isaiah Likely's been one of the top targets for Lamar. He's been one of the sleeper targets also. He's gotten some touchdown grabs this year, but it's a huge play for the Ravens. They are set up in the red zone, and Derrick Henry probably getting the ball next. We could see 6 points on the board very soon.
They listed it as a gain of approximately 47 yards. Jackson handoff to Derrick Henry, and he gets tackled just shy of the 20. It'll be a gain of about 2. Derrick Henry, as mentioned before, over 2,000 yards this season. Acquired in free agency after a long stint out with the Titans, had just under 200 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns against the Pittsburgh Steelers last time out. The Buffalo Bills having to really are going to have a really difficult time going up against this dual threat rushing attack. Play number 7 on the drive, of the opening drive of this contest. Jackson shotgun, Henry to his right. One man in motion. Jackson drops the throw. Lamar Jackson just going to flare pass, went out to the right. Pass complete Likely across the 20 and just shy of the 15. Isaiah Likely already with his second catch of the day. It's a catch of about 7, maybe 6, and it'll be 3rd and short.
Yeah, the Bills secondary is looking like it's holding the receivers, containing the receivers, likely getting open on the just little short routes that Lamar can just use as his checkdowns. Third down here.
Jackson drops the throw on 3rd down. Fires end zone. It's caught. That's a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman. How about this start for Baltimore as they fly down the field and put up 6 early?
Rashad Bateman, that's his 11th touchdown of the season. You're going to see a lot of him today with Zay Flowers out, as Robbie said earlier. But the stop and go route was linebacker. The linebackers were covering him, Bernard, and it looked like Matt Milano, who lost Bateman wide open down the middle for the touchdown. And the Ravens, 4 minutes and 20 seconds, go 73 yards. They got this lead early.
DAT is up and barely good. Hugs the inside of the left post. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens offense goes 73 yards and put up 7 courtesy of number 7. The Bills get the ball next when we return here on Given 5 Media. We are back, and the Ravens are back as well. They have scored on the opening drive and lead this game 7-0. And guess what else is back? More snow. Yes. So the fans in the ski goggles, I actually like that. I think the Bills fans are accustomed to this cold, as Justin Tucker is set to boot it away. Back to return it, I believe is Ray Davis. Tucker boots it away and is
It's,
fielded in the end zone for a touchback by Ty Johnson, the former New York Jet. And we'll see a guy who likes to kill the New York Jets, Josh Allen, up next. Only player in NFL postseason history with over 250 passing yards per game and over 50 rushing yards. Jacob, he could really do it all.
yeah, the guy who actually some Bills fans were upset they drafted. Now I'm sure that reaction has changed since almost 300 passing yards, 20 for 26 last week against the Broncos defense, who isn't that bad this regular season. James Cook in the backfield. It's Shakir and Hollins to the left. So we'll see where they go on this first down.
Allen drops the throw, looking, fires deep left side, just out of the reach of one of the receivers, Mac Hollins, the intended receiver. Not a bad ball at all by Josh Allen, just a little too far out in front.
Bills already being aggressive, throwing it deep, attacking this weak Ravens secondary who doesn't really have many known names besides Marlon Humphrey. As you see, their offensive coordinator Joe Brady there. They're the only team in NFL history, as you said, with 30 passing touchdowns and 30 rushing touchdowns in a regular season. Second down here, which way are they gonna go?
Allen shotgun, Cook in the backfield, handoff James Cook, tries to go middle on the inside zone, and will only get about 2. Fun note that we just learned. If you remember for the Denver game, the Bills allowed a touchdown on their opening drive by the opponent and did not allow another touchdown again.
That's
So
true. Didn't even
the
allow.
Bro-
It was
remember
another pick.
The Broncos started with the ball and scored, and the Bills got sliced and diced all over the field. And then the Bills did not allow a point afterwards.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if you're a fan of the Bills, you see that same script once again. One man in motion, top of the screen. Allen drops the throw. Allen, for step up, fires deep over the middle. It's caught. Big gain, Khalil Shakir into Ravens territory. How about that ball by Josh Allen off the back foot? Big gain, first down, Buffalo.
They attacked Brandon Stevens. Obviously, Marlon Humphrey brushed off Shakir there, but Brandon Stevens left off the go route, and a huge game for the Bills. Now first and 10, and they're in business.
Handoff, Ty Johnson moving his way forward. He'll get about 8. Good gain on first down. The former New York Jets #1 running back, acquired by the Bills last year, and has had a very solid role behind James Cook. Has been very impactful, mainly in the passing game out of the backfield. Under 9 minutes to go, first quarter. The Buffalo Bills trailing the Ravens 7-0. Robbie Basil, Jacob Kaplan here on the call for you this evening. Allen under center, handoff Cook, trying to cut it back to the left, won't be able to, and he'll get half of the distance remaining. He'll get 1, and it'll be 3rd and short with about 8.5 minutes to go. Look at the defense for the Ravens. You like Matabike, Kyle Van Noy up front, Roquan Smith, all pro, Kyle Hamilton in the secondary, along with Marlon Humphrey, Nate Wiggins, who in the nickel spot, has had a very rock solid season. Kyle Hamilton was the one to make the tackle last time. As it's 3rd and 1, one man in motion, Johnson. They keep it with Allen, and he's not going to get the first down. Matabike, I believe, was one of the defensive linemen in there. It was actually number 95, Tavius Robinson, excuse me. So they go with the read option. Robinson's able to get the stop, and it's 4th and 2.
Yeah, Josh Allen might have been a better option to give it to Johnson. Obviously, this Ravens D line is one of the best in the league with Kyle Van Noy, the great veteran. He has a lot of experience in the playoffs. Madubuike, as well as Robinson, as you said, Robbie. Fourth down, the Bills are going to stay on the field here.
Allen's going to keep it himself. Josh Allen breaks the tackle into the red zone. He goes across the 20, and he's tackled at the 19. That's a gain of 7 and a first down for the Bills.
Now that's what Allen was trying to do there on that last play. Dion Dawkins, as you can see here, coming across to the other side, creating the hole for Allen. It's a first down.
Josh Allen, another first down. A lot of these big name offenses love to go on fourth down. We saw Washington's success with it last night. Josh Allen able to extend the drive and hand it off to Cook, trying to cut it back to the left inside the 15, trying to get to the 10. He won't get there, but it's a good gain on first down. It's a gain of about 8, and it'll be second and short, just outside the 10-yard line, with the Bills knocking on the door.
Yeah, James Cook, an elusive back there, might have gotten grabbed from behind by Humphrey, broke it, and he's got 8. And now the Bills set up with second and short, knocking on the door.
6:20 to go, first quarter. The Bills play number 9 for them. The Ravens are able to score on their opening drive. The Bills trying to respond. Hollins in motion. Handoff Cook inside the 10 and breaking more tackles, and he'll get to the 5. Second effort from James Cook, the number 4 for the Bills. Number 4 jersey. You could tell him from anywhere. He's here, there, he's everywhere. He had 120 yards against the Broncos, first Buffalo player with over 100 rushing yards at a postseason game since 1995. And he's helped get the Bills inside the 5-yard line. 4 carries for 17 yards for him already. He's in motion now to Allen's right. 3 receivers left. Allen handoff Cook, barreling his way forward. He won't get to the goal line, but he'll be just short. James Cook able to move the ball so well on those inside zone runs, and second and very short to the goal line now.
Yeah, the Bills love to go QB sneaks and just QB keepers in general here at the 1/goal line. I could see Allen keeping it himself here, but Ray Davis is in the backfield.
Ray Davis in the backfield, as mentioned. 1 receiver left. That's Curtis Samuel. Another receiver in motion. That's Hollins. Handoff Davis, moving up the middle and walks it in. Buffalo finds their response and get a touchdown of their own. Ray Davis from 1 yard out, and the Bills get their response and are PAT away from tying this game.
That's a classic Bills offense. They answer right back, and now we're even after the if Bass can put this extra point through. Another 6 minute long drive, short drives, I would say, on average NFL drives, but 9 rushing plays, and they're on the board.
PAT is up and down the middle. The Ravens go for 73 and score. The Bills respond with 70 yards of their own and get a touchdown right back. We're tied at 7, just getting started here on Give 'em 5 Media. Stay with us. We are back. Guess who's back? Back again. It's Basil and Jacob at it again. 7-7 your score. Just getting started here on Give 'em 5 Media. But before we go on, make sure to like and subscribe down below. Make sure to check out all of our shows. We only have a couple right now, more to come in the future. And make sure to check out Give 'em 5 tomorrow, College Football Playoff National Championship. So if you get tired of Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler at any point, be sure to tune to myself and either Matthew Welling or Dylan Shalom. Lineup will be confirmed tomorrow. So make sure you check out Give 'em 5 tomorrow for the big college football playoff national championship. Tyler Bass, back in our game, kicks it away. And this kick will be returned from inside the one across the 25 and a big hit. How
Wow.
many players were there on that stop? Gilliam, I believe, was the man in there for the Bills in the 41. Reggie Gilliam, you usually see him at fullback with a crunching hit there. But, but how about that, Jacob?
Reggie Gilliam, man, fullback. You see, they're on your special team. They're on special teams a lot. Huge play there now. The Bills defense trying to get a huge stop on the best running defense or run offense, excuse me, in the NFL.
Handoff, and this one's going absolutely nowhere. Ed Oliver able to get a tackle for a loss. It is a loss of about only one, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Taking a look at this other weapons in the Ravens offense. We talked about Rashad Bateman. He had the opening touchdown of this game. And so far, the Ravens leaning a lot with Derrick Henry, leaning a lot with Lamar Jackson. No sign of Justice Hill yet. Henry's still in the backfield, one man in motion, likely. Jackson drops the throw. He's going to loft one deep down the right side. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 44 of the Bills.
Wow.
The Bills defense finds their response. Taylor Rapp, the former Los Angeles Ram, able to get the interception and celebrate with the fans. When we return, Josh Allen tries to carry the momentum. The Bills force the first turnover. Stay with us. Welcome back. We just saw an interception by Taylor Rapp, the first turnover of our contest. Jacob, talk us through that last play because it was a Lamar Jackson overthrow, a force, and Taylor
Yeah,
Rapp able to make that play so easily.
yeah. I don't know who Lamar was intending that for. It looks like it was intended for Rashad Bateman. but it was just a little too far for him. And Taylor Rapp right there, this the safety, as you said, the former Ram, there for the pick. And now the Bills have the momentum, the crowd behind them. They've got they've got things going their way right now.
Indeed, they do. Lamar Jackson, both of these teams do not turn over the ball very much. Third interception in only the last 13 games for Lamar Jackson in the regular season and postseason. Allen shotgun, one to back to his right. That's Cook. One man in motion. Now it's Hollins. Allen takes a snap, rolls right. Now looking to fire over the middle. Pass is complete. Dalton Kincaid gets this one. And it's going to be a new set of downs again. It's a gain of 10 and a first down.
Yeah, it's the crow. It looks like it was a crow route that the Ravens left open. Everything else was covered, but Dalton Kincaid, like we said, another tight end target for Allen, and he gets the first down right there. As we see the replay, that it looked like Rashad Bateman didn't even see the ball coming his way, and Lamar Jackson knew it was a mistake as soon as it left his hand.
First crucial mistake of this game, and Josh Allen and the Bills trying to find a response. Handoff Cook. He's going absolutely nowhere. Multiple players in there for the stop. As there's a loss of about one or two. Tavius Robinson there again to make the stop. It's a loss of two. And at least second and 12.
Yeah, lost the two there. Tackle made by Robinson. That's Ravens' star-studded D line making that play.
Two receivers right, one left. Back in the backfield, I believe, is Davis. Dropping to throw Allen. He's going to fire one on a drag around the right side complete. Curtis Samuel across the 40 of the Ravens and down at the 39. It's a good gain on second down. It'll be a gain of about 8 or 9, but wait, there's a flag. First penalty of the game. We'll see who it's on. I believe it's against the Bills.
It is, I believe. Yeah, I think it's a hold. I think we have a hold here.
Let's take a look at this one more time. I believe they're calling him a left tackle.
Oh, Dion Dawkins. And I don't know if I really agree with that, Robbie.
It's a tough one. Some might have said he may have tripped the defender for the Ravens. But regardless, it is now second in a very long 22. And Allen is alone in the shotgun, two receivers left, the two receivers to his right. Penalty marker is going to come out, and the Bills are going to get 5 yards back on this play. It is going to be neutral zone infraction, says Carl Sheffers, the referee. Yes, it is indeed neutral zone infraction on Owe, the left end. Good awareness, though. You got to give credit to Spencer Brown, the right tackle, for doing the jump as well.
Refs, he noticed that right away. Bills get 5 yards closer to the chains.
Second, and it's still a very long 17. You want to talk about a team with penalties? Enter the Ravens. They lead the league in penalties per game, along with their top three in penalties yards per game. Allen fakes the pass, tries to run it himself with the QB draw, and he's not going anywhere. And a little bit of extracurriculars by Kyle Hamilton. No flags seem to come out. The tackle there made by the All-Pro linebacker Roquan Smith and Kyle Van Noy as well. It's a gain of nothing.
Yeah, we got to give credit to the veteran Kyle Van Noy, who's had a stellar season with the Ravens this year, getting back to his old self. And yeah, we had a little, looked like a push from Roquan and some extracurriculars from Matabike and Hamilton. Ref just didn't care about the flag and just went to help Kincaid up. 3rd and 17 now.
Play clock down to inside 3, down to 2, down to 1. They do get the snap off. Allen drops the throw. Back foot deep ball by Allen, and it's near absolutely no one. Kind of looked like the pass Lamar Jackson threw on the interception. Intended receiver was, I believe, Dawson Knox. And after the Bills forced the turnover, they're not able to capitalize.
Ravens defense not letting up, not letting the Bills take advantage of the turnover. Panic throw there by Allen. Sam Martin on.
Sam Martin on to punt. Steven Sims back to return. The former Houston Texan. Good snap. Punt almost blocked. And the kick is away. Fair caught. At a knee is Sims. And he'll have the ball at around, we'll say the 9. We'll stay with you here with 41 seconds remaining in the first quarter or so. And Jacob, what we've seen so far, we saw 2 great drives and 2 not as good drives from both of
Yeah,
these teams so far. And what have you liked from, we'll start with the Ravens. What have you liked the most of what you've seen in the first quarter so far?
the Ravens. Derrick Henry's going to be efficient this whole game. They just got to keep attacking the run game. The Bills will eventually crack, and for the Bills, they have to capitalize on the mistakes the Ravens made. Like obviously, right there, they couldn't score off the turnover, but the defense just continues having to do their job like they did there, forcing Lamar to make that mistake and throw that costly pick. Which, fortunately enough for the Ravens, they're still tied.
Indeed, we are still tied. It's a very interesting contest so far. If you're just joining us, first of all, welcome to Give 'em 5 Media, obviously, Robbie Basil, that's me, and that over there is Jacob Kaplan. We appreciate you guys tuning in to us this evening, and make sure if we'd appreciate it, obviously, if you hit a like and subscribe. Fu Time for a fun fact that I actually learned about this morning. So for those who don't know, I work with ESPN here at Iona University, where I go to school, and we did a little thing this morning before the broadcast, that you guys must have seen a little while ago with Charlie Hitt and Ben Gantz. Uh, I just completed my 2nd full year on ESPN, Jacob. I'm
Wow,
old, dude. Today
you're
is
very,
the anniversary of my debut filming
you're
for ESPN. I
you
filmed the
are
women's basketball game, and it was like Iona broke a record that game as well. We broke the most 3-pointers made in MAC history. So if you want to talk about a history-making team, that was Iona women's basketball 2 years ago today. So on a cold Thursday in New Rochelle. So
you're very old.
I am old. I am 20 years old. I'm one of the. I think I am the oldest in the team. Which there's your other fun fact of the day. But
I don't know if that's concerning or if that's a good thing.
I think it is both. But no one else. No, what's not old. This type of a matchup that we are watching this evening, the Bills and the Ravens. We're about to see one of, if not the last plays of the opening quarter. Game moving right along as we all thought it should, and it'll be the Baltimore Ravens getting the ball back after the poor Lamar Jackson interception just a couple of minutes ago. Fortunately for them, they weren't really penalized off the bad throw by Jackson. And they'll have it on 1st and 10. Ball at the 9. Jackson under center with Henry in the backfield. Also, there is Patrick Ricard. Handoff Henry breaking free into the second level and is going to get about 10, maybe 9.5. Derrick Henry showing that physicality as well, almost running over a man at the end of the play. And it's a good gain on 1st down for Baltimore.
Yeah, like we said earlier, Henry's has made a highlight reel of trucking slash bulldozering people over. He almost gets a first down there, and now it's what, second and short for the Ravens.
Ran a whistle, and no, the clock's running again. So that will likely take us, I believe, to the end of the first quarter. Would be very surprised if the Ravens try to run another play. They have Justice Hill in the backfield.
Oh, they
Also,
gave
there
him
is Patrick
they,
Ricard.
they gave him the first down.
Jackson, they hand it off to Justice Hill. Justice Hill getting to the edge, getting towards the sideline, and showing off that physicality. As Jacob said, they called it a 1st down a moment ago, right before Justice Hill took the snap and was able to be shoved out by Christian Benford. And that is the end of the first quarter. Both teams scoring on their opening drives, not on their second. And the Ravens trying to get the lead right back. We'll see if they can get it when we return here on Give 'em 5 Media. Stay with us. We are back here, start of the second quarter. In just a moment, we'll answer a question from the chat. Unfortunately, Lamar Jackson wants to get right to the line of scrimmage. He'll be in a shotgun with Ricard to his right, Justice Hill to his left. Second down and 1, first play of the second quarter. Jackson, handoff, Hill, and he's going to get the first down and a lot more. Justice Hill across the 35, and will be down short of the 40. It's a gain of about 12, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, as you were saying earlier, Justice Hill also one of the prime backs for the Ravens. He's also been effective this year. Well, Henry running right back onto the field. Ravens move the chains. 42 rushing yards for the Ravens, 35 for the Bills. Passing yards, Ravens also leading in that category.
Ravens leading in total yards. They're over 100 now. As Jackson's in the shotgun with Henry to his right. Two receivers, right, one left, likely now in motion. Jackson drops the throw. Lamar Jackson forces a step up, breaks a tackle across the 45, across midfield, gets the first down and more, takes a massive shot, I believe, right at the 45. Lamar Jackson with a big time run. Only his second of the game so far. That's a gain of around 15 and a first down for Baltimore.
Yeah, Lamar, he's probably the best mobile QB I'd say in the NFL. By Allen could be a close second, but the Bills, even though it's only two times Lamar has taken off, the Bills have not shown very much success in containing him, and they're in Bills territory.
Jackson trips and is not able to get the ball away. Looks like he tripped on one of his own teammates. So an unexpected mistake by the Ravens star quarterback, and it's a loss of 4. Trips on Tyler Linderbaum, I believe.
I get that he tripped on Linderbaum, but as we were saying, there goes Lamar's rushing stats going down a bit after the little mishap between him and the center. Matt Milano tacks on tackle to halt the play. A loss of 4. So now second and 14 at around midfield.
Ball at the 49 of the Bills. Lamar Jackson blitzed, lobs one up, almost intercepted. And Isaiah likely able to get his third catch of the game already. Taylor Rapp right in there in coverage with a big shot. AJ Epinesa, I believe, is there as well. The Bills rushed about 7. And so close to getting an interception there was actually Christian Benford as well. A 3rd and 10. Also got to give a shout out to Taron Johnson for the pressure there. Isaiah
Yeah,
Likely, 3 catches for 49 yards. Ravens 3rd in the NFL in third down conversions. They have it on 3rd and 9, rather. Man in motion is Hill. He now moves to the right. Jackson drops the throw, fires over the middle, complete across the 35 and across the 30 and down at the 27. Big time game for the Baltimore Ravens. Not really sure who's able to make that play, but nonetheless, it's a gain of 20 and a first down.
yeah, I'm not
Or
gonna blame
almost
you.
20.
Yeah, I'm not gonna blame you with not knowing who that person is. Sorry, not trying to be rude or anything, but I've never seen who that is. It looks like Miller, I believe, but
Yes, it is Miller.
wide open on that drag route underneath. First down for the Ravens.
Anthony Miller was the one who made that catch, called up from the practice squad recently, I believe. Jackson play action, takes a big shot as he throws, and the pass is incomplete. Dropped by Mark Andrews, his first target of the evening. Not able to come up with that one, and it'll be second down and 10. Good pressure there by Matt Milano, who gives a big shot to Jackson. Taron Johnson was the one in coverage. And
Yeah,
it'll be second and 10.
Bobby. I don't know how to really say his last name, but the Bills DC Bobby Bobich, I believe is how you say it, Babich maybe, bringing the heavy blitzes here already. Lamar getting the passes off though. Second down.
Jackson bobbles the snap, tries to juke past the defender, and the ball is free. It's picked up by Buffalo across the 40, 30, 20. No, he's just shy of the 20. Lamar Jackson tried to extend the play. The ball was free, and it was picked up, I believe, by I'm not really sure.
I believe that I think that was Von Miller.
It might have been Von Miller. It is Von Miller. It
Wow.
was hard to tell. It looked like you didn't know if it was a 20 or a 40, but the
Wacky
ball came
player.
free and
What
Von Miller. What a
wacky
play by the Buffalo Bills. Justice Hill was the one to make the tackle at the 22-yard line. Poor snap, poor play by Jackson. Back-to-back turnovers for the Ravens. And the Bills will be able to set up shop just outside of the Baltimore red zone.
wacky play right there. It all starts with the bobble of the snap, as we saw in the Eagles game with the snow. The ball is slick. It's hard to hold on to it. Damar Hamlin with the tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and Von Miller taking it all the way back to around the 25 as
First and 10, toss right to Johnson, and he'll get about 3. Damar Hamlin is credited with the force fumble, I believe, and it was picked up by Von Miller. Damar Hamlin having to step up with a much bigger role in the team this season and is able to force the turnovers. First game this season with 2 giveaways by Lamar Jackson himself. And the Ravens are able to set up shop on 2nd and 7.
Bills need a
Just
capital here badly after not capitalizing on the pick earlier.
2nd and 7, play clock inside 1. Allen drops the throw, fires middle complete, inside the 10 and down and around the 8. Khalil Shakir able to get a catch and run of about 12, maybe 13 on the quick slant. And the Bills have first and goal inside the 10.
Yeah, I would believe the new wide receiver one in Buffalo, Khalil Shakir, working on Marlon Humphrey, first and goal for the Bills. Excuse me.
Allen under center, Cook in the backfield, handoff James Cook, breaking tackles, breaking more tackles, getting a big shove by some of his offensive linemen at the goal line, doesn't get it. So close for a score for Cook. James Cook able to get about 7, just getting shy of the goal line. Initially looked like a halfback, maybe misdirection or halfback counter, turning into a long gain of 7. But how about that second effort by the Bills' offensive line,
Yeah,
Jacob?
yeah. The Bills' offensive line, I would say, is known for pushing, trying to push their way across the goal line. They almost do it again right there, but second and goal for the Bills now at the 1, a yard away from not only taking the lead.
Gilliam in the backfield with Allen. He shoved in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Who else but number 17, Josh Allen? And the Bills punish the Ravens after the poor mistake by Lamar Jackson. 6th career postseason rushing touchdown for the former quarterback out of Wyoming. And the Buffalo Bills are able, for the first time tonight, take the lead. It's 13-7.
That's what the Bills needed to do. They capitalized off of the turnover. Now they've got the lead again. They've got all the momentum in the game with their fans, but Bills Mafia behind him. Bass's extra point up and good. Buffalo in business here off the turnover. They are they contain Lamar there. Von Miller, NFL veteran, scooping all the way to the around the Raven 30, and the Bills cap it off with the Allen touchdown, as Robbie said. 14-7 Buffalo.
Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills take the lead here on Give 'em 5 Media as we are back underway. Bass boots it away. This one will be returned from inside the two. Cutting it to the left side, 30. Trying to get to the 35 and out of bounds is where the Ravens will be. Right is Mitchell on the return. Let's look at Jacob. Talk us through this QB comparison because it's a very interesting statistics. The Ravens, of course, having those two turnovers.
Yeah, obviously Lamar has more yards, more rushing yards, but Josh Allen has a rushing touchdown. Lamar has thrown a pick and has lost a fumble that cost the Ravens 7 points. And to be behind here by seven, it's the fourth game in 8 starts in the playoffs for Lamar with two plus turnovers. In the regular season, he has 14 games and 94 starts. So the regular season, more of a success. In the playoffs, more of a little bit of a struggle here as he's got Henry to his left and likely motioning.
Jackson dropping the throw, rolling to his right. Jackson hesitates. Jackson steps up, comes out and makes the play. Lamar Jackson, one of those magicians in the NFL, and I think that might have resulted in a penalty. Big hit there by Ed Oliver out of bounds. Very surprised, no flag there. Lamar Jackson stepped out of bounds and then took a shot right at the end of the play to gain of 12. We saw it play like that earlier that wasn't flagged,
Yeah, I'm
where
a yeah. Sorry, but
I
I'm
believe it was Jalen Hurts running out of bounds and then getting hit. But remember, it's one of those plays. I think one of the commentators on CBS might address this. It's momentum. You can't really do anything about momentum.
that's true. Yeah, but
Regardless,
I thought Lamar was like 2 steps into the sideline before he got touched. So I was expecting a flag there. Refs decided not, but there was a little bit of pushing and shoving after that, but nothing called.
last play there was Derrick Henry in a good game. But Jacob, let's talk about some miscues. The Ravens have had a couple drop passes. Lamar Jackson just dropping the ball, like basically gifting a late Christmas present to Von Miller just a couple moments ago. And you look at the last three possessions, two of them ending in turnovers, and one of them resulting in the opening touchdown for the Ravens. They've been able to move the ball, just finishing those drives. That's been a struggle. Handoff Derrick Henry bounces off one tackler, tries to break another tackle, and gets right, I believe, just short actually of the line to
Yeah,
gain. Says the line judge right towards the bottom of the screen, and they will not give it to him. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd down and 1 with 7 minutes to go into the first half. Very entertaining first half so far. Not a lot of stoppages, not a lot of penalties. I mean, this is kind of what you were expecting. Both teams able to move the ball down the field, and we're going to get a whistle. And I believe we have got our first timeout. Indeed, we do. First charged timeout of the half, Baltimore. Coach Harbaugh did not like what he saw out on the field. So the Ravens call timeout. It will stick with you for this break. First charged timeout with Baltimore. First timeout of the game by anybody. And real quick, Jacob, I think we should answer a question from the chat. So go out there and pick one of the ones. What do you got for
all right,
us?
so we got Ben Gans here. Obviously, he called our last game. Shout out to him. He's asking, who do we think is the better matchup for the Chiefs in the next round? And for me, I don't know. It's kind of a toss up because it's going to be a really good game either way. And I feel like whoever wins tonight's game can definitely beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead, even though Arrowhead is very hard to win. The Chiefs have seen both of these teams in the playoffs recently. They've gotten the best out of both of them, but best team, I would say, I feel like the Chiefs would have an easier time with the Ravens and the Bills.
Handoff, I believe actually that was Jackson up the middle, and he did get it. Carl Sheffers, head referee, says yes, he did get it. And Lamar Jackson gaining about a yard and about 2 inches gets the first down. Bernard actually jumped the line and almost got the stop immediately. Now I'll take a crack at this question. Of course, I don't think they want to face the Bills. I think they'd rather face the Ravens as a Bills player is getting sent to
Looks
the
like
tunnel off the cart.
looks like that's Taylor Rapp with the pick earlier.
Ooh, very interesting. We'll hopefully get some more information as we go. Lamar Jackson taking a deep shot over the middle. It's caught. Through the seams is Rashad Bateman. That's a gain of over 40. And Lamar Jackson doing Lamar Jackson things. It's a gain of 44. And the Bills allow a big time shot for the Ravens. As the Ravens are in business once again, they're at the, I believe, the 2.
Rashad Bateman stepping up in the deep throwing game part or passing game, excuse me. And now the Ravens yards away from tying this game.
Handoff middle. It's going absolutely nowhere. Getting denied was Derrick Henry. And there's an extracurriculars. A referee, I think, might have gotten a hit as well. Surprised no flags yet. There has to be something for this.
Crazy that a ref got thrown down to the field and nothing was called. I don't
I
care if
think
it
one might
was
have gotten tangled. Let's take a look at this play. It was the back judge, Ronnie Stanley.
Ronnie Stanley and Jordan Phillips.
And the referee shouts at the back judge trying to break him up. And the back judge is getting the worst out of it from the looks of it. We'll see more on that. Hopefully less of that pushing and shoving as we go. Jackson play action. Looking to roll up the middle. Big hit. And down he goes. Right there to make the stop were multiple Bills defenders rather. The big loss of about 3 or 4. And now this is where it gets really interesting.
Gregory Rousseau right there for the tackle.
Gregory Rousseau's 10th sack of the season coming off the edge. And now this is where it gets really dicey. 3rd down and goal. Loss of 5 on the last play. Play clock down to 3. Can Jackson get the snap off? Yes. Jackson rolling to his right. Fires over the middle. It is incomplete. A lot of pushing and shoving after the play again. Tyler Linderbaum was the one who gave a lot of pushing and shoving at the end of that play. Good pressure from all over the field, Jacob, by the Bills defense. And it'll be 4th down and gets a little bit
Big stop.
interesting what the play call could be.
Big stop right there. Now, whatever the Ravens decide to do here, either go for it or kick it for 3. Bills are gonna get the ball back with 3:40 something to go, and they get the ball start the second half. We'll see what happens.
They go for the field goal, and the kick is up and through. Justin Tucker able to stick it through the uprights. But it is the Buffalo Bills getting the stop they needed on defense. We'll see Josh Allen once again when we return. The Bills, they lead 14-10. We are back again. And if you're just joining us now, the Ravens just kicked a field goal and are still trailing 14 to 10. Robbie Basil, Jacob Kaplan here with you. And coming up is the Give 'em 5 Media halftime report with, of course, the two of us going through all of the action of the divisional rounds, and we'll preview the NFC Championship, all coming up here. And also, we'll talk a little bit about the national championship tomorrow, all coming up on the Given 5 Media halftime report as this kick is away and will not field it. It'll actually hop into the stands. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills. There's Roger Goodell. Now with some fans showing giving out some Super Bowl tickets from the looks of it. Not really sure what that's about. Winner of this game, as mentioned before, will go out and play the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead. But I don't think they should be focusing on Arrowhead. They should be focusing on this matchup so far. Both teams have gone toe to toe with each other for the first, for the full first half. As there's a quick dump pass to Cook in the flat, and he's able to get a good gain on first down. It's a gain of about 8. And it'll be 2nd and 2.
Huge drive here for the Ravens defense. If you give up a touchdown here, you might be screwed because you're going to be going down 11 into half, and you will not be getting the football. So, as we see here, Taylor Rapp ran into his own guy. I believe that was Damar Hamlin who caused that injury. And now it's 2nd and short.
2nd and 2 or 2nd and 3. I don't know if you saw that, Jacob, but there's a beach ball now being thrown in the stands.
Not
This might
surprised.
have
Not
saw that at the bottom of the screen. Quick toss right side, breaking tackles and into the second level is Ray Davis. It's a big gain into Ravens territory. You talked about how the Ravens needed to get a stop. Well, the Bills respond by getting a big gain on first down, on second down, and are able to move the chains and move the ball into Ravens territory.
Ray Davis, another Bills running back that has been a solid option for Sean McDermott and his team. And now they're into Ravens territory. First down, clock ticking around 2:20 to go.
Indeed, 2:20 to go, down to 5-4, 3-2, and 1. The Bills do get the snap off. Handoff Davis, breaking tackles into the second level, takes a massive shot, but is still able to get the better out of the hit. And that will send us, Jacob, to the 2-minute warning. And we'll actually stay with you for this one. As what a interesting first half we've had so far, Jacob. We've had
Yeah,
chaos galore. Like, it's been a very interesting first half. You've had the Ravens with 2 turnovers. It's I don't know how you'd word it. We did get a comment. Lamar needs to get his head out. Needs to get his head in the game. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, Lamar's struggled in some of these more key plays. I mean, it's been those 2 mistakes and the 2 turnovers that have really been the difference maker. Because erase one of the turnovers, it's a very good chance we see 10-7 or a 10-10 ball game, Jacob.
agreed. Yeah, that as we were saying earlier, Lamar not finding an option, just letting it loose on the carpet, and Von Miller would eventually scoop it up and bring it deep into Ravens territory, and then Josh Allen would eventually cap it off with a touchdown. So yeah, Lamar needs to wake up a little bit. He when he doesn't find anyone open, he just takes off, and sometimes that's it ends up being a good play. Sometimes it ends up being minus costly points for the Ravens. But they need to stop here badly, or else the Bills will have the crowd behind them, and a lot of momentum going into the second half.
Indeed, teams will be battling for momentum throughout. And we are just a couple minutes away from halftime, as mentioned before. There's so much to talk about, so many good games that we've seen during this divisional round of the playoffs. And let's take a look real quick at how we got to where we are in the divisional round this weekend. You just saw the Eagles barely escape the Los Angeles Rams at home. Yesterday, we had the Kansas City Chiefs find a way to beat the Houston Texans, and the chaos in the Motor City as the Commanders were able to dethrone the Kings of the Jungle in the Detroit Lions. The Kings of wherever you might say you'd find the lion, the plains, the steppe. You tell me. I know a lot
Well,
of you could tell me where you would find one, but apparently not in Detroit as the Lions fell to the Commanders yesterday. But here we are with the Ravens trying to get a stop on defense. But it'll be the Bills who will get a first down here and are just likely outside the field goal target line. James Cook able to get to the 35 of the Ravens. So with not a lot of time in the first half, what do you think is the strategy here for the Ravens, Jacob?
for me, it's hold the Bills to three or just hold them to nothing at all. A touchdown is the worst possible thing for this Ravens defense right now.
The Ravens defense at some critical points have struggled, especially on the road. Allen drops the throw, screen past Shakir, tries to turn up field but won't be able to. And we're going to get a whistle and a timeout immediately after the tackle. Coach Harbaugh saying, "What are you doing to that referee for taking so long to blow the whistle?" So it'll be the second charge timeout of the half, Baltimore. And for those wondering, yes, I am doing graphics as well. So that's why you'll see me looking down at my phone a lot. Not because of something else going on or looking at the snow outside or looking at the weather or whatever. No, I'm doing the graphics as well.
Snow's coming down pretty heavily here.
Of course, Jacob, I believe, is a little bit more north of me. So hopefully both of us will be getting a good amount of snow. Unfortunately, no school tomorrow, so they won't get a real snow day. But it should be very interesting, the snow that
Maybe,
you get from wherever you are,
maybe some
hopefully.
snow football. Shout out to the guys in the chat. They know a lot about snow football.
I mean, we just saw a snowy football game out with the Philadelphia Eagles. Like they were able to get a good amount of snow, and then you just saw a good amount of snow where I hope around where I am and around where you are as well, Jacob. So snow galore, and you'll see some of it on the ground in Buffalo. So very interesting game so far, and it's been a very interesting stream so far for us. Shout out to everyone who subscribed. We're just under 115 subscribers now, so hopefully you guys continue to like and subscribe. It's been greatly appreciated. You guys have been great all weekend on the road to whatever subscriber goal we have next. You'll get to hear more on that later as we're just a couple moments away from the return of the action. Hopefully, in the future, we'll announce more sports to be shown here on Give 'em 5. Of course, we're at the heat of college basketball season, Major League Baseball back in 2 months and a week or so. Of course, with hockey playoffs, the NBA playoffs, and maybe a little bit of the Club World Cup. But when it comes in June, maybe we'll be able to show it all. But make sure to like and subscribe and follow Give 'em 5. Shout out the Give 'em 5 of Instagram. Not my phone falling, obviously. The Give 'em 5 Instagram hit 100 followers very recently. So shout out to the Give 'em 5 Instagram. Handle in the description. And he's also, I believe, in the chat. So you guys can check that all out using checking out mainly in the description.
Whoa.
But what you also could check out is, well, you can really check out listening to us, obviously, as the Buffalo Bills are back in action at the 31 and a half on 2nd and 6. One man in motion, Shakir, handoff Cook, gets absolutely blown up at the line, gets about a gain of a whole bit of nothing. And that will force the final timeout of the Ravens. So Coach Harbaugh really banking on his team getting a stop on 3rd and 6. as Sean McDermott and company try to get that final stop, get some extra yards rather, instead of getting stopped, and are able to drain more clock and put up a lot for them. What they would hope is more than 3 points.
Yeah, you see there Tyler Bass getting ready for potentially field goal. You
First of
know,
all, for those who are just joining us, Robbie Basil, Jacob Kaplan there as well. It has been a very weird contest. You've seen the Ravens play a very unprecedented game from themselves. They have 2 turnovers, resulting in 7 points of the 14 for the Bills. Bills have struggled on third down. They're 1 for 3. And Josh Allen is in the shotgun on third down, likely just outside of the field goal target line for Tyler Bass. He drops the throw. Allen, deep left side. He's got a man. Incomplete. But wait a minute, folks. Hold the phone. We have a flag. Pass intended for Keon Coleman. And with the most penalized secondary in the league, we likely have pass interference. And yes, we do.
former Bill
Keon
right there,
Coleman draws pass interference. We'll see who the penalty is on. It's against the former Buffalo Bill, Tre'Davious White.
full circle moment right there.
It is a full circle moment indeed. I'm interested to see where they spot this. It'll be 1st and 10 from who knows where. What yard line? Maybe the 12. It is the 12. 108 to go in the first half. Man in the backfield is Cook. One man in motion. It's Hollins. Handoff Cook. Breaks a tackle. Can't break a second. And he's down across the 10. They'll mark him at the 8. So with under a minute to go, it'll be 2nd down and 6 for Buffalo.
Travis White might have just given the Bills what they were looking for, aka touchdown. But 5 drives for the Bills in the red zone against Denver, and now they've already got 2 here on the first 2 drives.
Allen shotgun. He's by himself. 3 receivers left, 2 right. Allen QB run. Tries to get across the 5, breaking tackles, and does get across the 5. And is stopped with 22. Actually, they're going to keep the clock running. Very interesting decision here by Sean McDermott, and they do eventually call a timeout. Timeout the Bills. They will have 2 remaining. When we take a look at the other games here in the NFL playoffs. Of course, we have the NFC title game. We'll preview that later, of course, during halftime. We'll definitely do that for you guys. 3rd and 2. Let's take a look at the last play, Jacob. A big hit for Josh Allen. Marlon Humphrey was there on the stop.
Yeah, it looked like a hit that, one of your friends would make, possibly, as I said earlier, snow football, when maybe possibly hit to the upper part of your body. But 3rd and 2 for the Bills.
3rd down and 2. Handoff up the middle, and it's in. It's not a handoff. It's Josh Allen.
Who else? Who
Touchdown,
else?
Buffalo. Read option at it again. 2 scores up the middle for number 17. As the Buffalo Bills score right before the end of the half and have a chance to go up 11 with just about 16 seconds remaining in the first half.
Josh Allen killing this Ravens defense on the ground. Continuing to do it. 70 yards, 7 rushing plays. And the Bills, like I said, something the Ravens could not let the Bills grab another touchdown. The Bills' lead is double digits. They're going to get the ball again in the second half, too.
We'll take a look at the last play. The read option going to Josh Allen. And he just drags multiple Ravens defenders into the end zone. And we'll see a kickoff in just a moment. Sean McDermott showing his appreciation for his quarterback, rather. 21-10 the Bills with 16 seconds to go. Allen and company have been able to take advantage of multiple Ravens miscues. And of course, the Bills get the ball to start the second half. So, Bass is on to kick it away. We'll see him boot it away in just a moment. Ravens, no timeouts. You'd expect them to kneel it out here, right, Jacob?
They probably will, but they honestly shouldn't.
I mean, no timeouts. It's a tall, tall ask. 12 yards likely spike the ball. Bass kicks it away. This is returnable and will be returned from inside the one. Cutting up the field, breaking tackles, and gets only to the 32. 9 seconds remaining. And like we said, coming up, we'll have our halftime report here on Give 'em 5. With 9 seconds to go, it's just a couple of moments away. And you would probably think, and yes, it will be the end of the first half. Josh Allen and company putting on a show offensively. As we will send it now to our halftime report here on Give 'em 5 Media. As we say, welcome to the halftime report here on Give 'em 5 Media. End of the first half, 21-10, the Bills lead, Jacob. And take us through this first half because there's a lot of plays you like and a lot of plays, if you're a fan of the Ravens, that you don't like.
The Bills are just killing them right now on the run game, especially with especially with Josh Allen with the running. Lamar has made some key mistakes that he has to limit in the second half. It's going to be a huge mountain for the Ravens to climb to get not even in the lead just to tie this game because the Bills can make a 3-possession game right out of the break. So the Ravens, Ravens defense, they've gotten a couple stops, but they haven't gotten them when they needed them most. And the Bills, I can't wait to see what the Bills come out with in the second half. I feel like they can pile it on and put this one out of reach anytime soon.
It's been an interesting first half for sure. I mean, Josh Allen, we'll take a look at some stats when we can get the graphic up for you guys in hopefully just a moment. It's a very interesting situation. Let's talk about Josh Allen because he has the 2 rushing touchdowns. We brought that up a moment ago. And on top of that, he's only had 69 passing yards. So it's not been through the air like you would expect. And we talked about before the stream, like, are we going to see a lot of passing plays from Josh Allen? It's not been that at all. If you combine the 2 numbers of the passing yardages from both quarterbacks, the average passing yards from a quarterback is 96. 96, around 96 yards. Not even that. It's absolutely wild. And it's a very weird situation to say, the Bills, you would expect them to be this high flying offense, both of these teams to be a high flying offense, but it hasn't really been that way. What do you think we see the same from Josh Allen and the Bills?
Possibly. I mean, they just got to keep playing Bills football, and they'll get to where they want to be. That's my take personally. Just need to see. I really just want to see more from the Ravens.
Go into that a little bit more because the Ravens, they've struggled. They had the 2 turnovers. What do you need to see out of them?
As I pull up the first half stats here, the Derrick Henry only has 21 rushing yards. I feel like they need to use him a lot more. They need to run the ball a little more. Obviously, the passing game for the Ravens only 6 of 10. They have the long touchdown to Bateman, but besides that, really nothing else to show for it. So get Henry more involved. Hopefully, get some more blocks in there, and the Ravens will be right back up there with the Bills. As I just said for the Bills, Allen, he's only 5 for 7, but it's the mistakes that the Ravens have been making, the mistakes that Lamar's been making. That's the reason that this game is at 21-10.
It's a very interesting point to bring up. We mentioned Lamar Jackson struggling with the turnovers. One of the few times this season he's had more than 2 turnovers in a game at all. Just in just a second, my apologies, ladies and gentlemen, but it's time to finally look at some first half stats. Let's take a look at some of them. Lamar Jackson leading the category in multiple areas for the Baltimore Ravens. The touchdown pass to Rashad Bateman being one of the key difference makers. Jackson also with the 31 rushing yards. One total touchdown for Jackson, of course, with the 2 turnovers. Josh Allen with the 2 rushing touchdowns. We forgot to put that in the graphic, unfortunately, and we haven't seen a lot out of anyone else other than Josh Allen. I think it's a fair way to put it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Well, let's go from one game to another, and we'll go to the game that we just saw a couple of well, now a couple hours ago, if you look at it, is the Philadelphia Eagles against the Los Angeles Rams. The winner was supposed to play the Washington Commanders, and it's the Philadelphia Eagles who very narrowly find a way to go out and grab a win. Talk us through that game a little bit. What's your take on that result? The Eagles now, of course, going to play Washington, but a bunch of very iffy moments towards the end of that game, Jacob.
Obviously, as a Giants fan, I this is the worst NFC Championship that I could have asked for. But it's going to be a really good game between those two teams. Obviously, the Commanders. It's a Cinderella type story for the Eagles. They were just at this NFC Championship game a couple seasons ago. So
It,
it's going to be a good game, but obviously in Philly, you're going to have the tough environment here, like you have here at Buffalo, even or at Baltimore or KC. That the winner of this game is going to have to go against. And I feel like the Eagles will eventually pull out of that game with the W and go to the Super Bowl, but you never know because a lot of people thought the Lions were going to win against the Commanders, but as you see, it's the other way around. And Washington is heading to Philly next weekend.
Should be very interesting for sure. Both championship games should be on Given Five. Make sure to check out the shows on Given Five. My show, both of them, will be up this weekend. Oh, this week, not this weekend. This weekend. This weekend's about to wrap up in just a couple of hours. But one thing you have to watch out for, and we brought this up. We brought this up last night is the Chiefs' ability to find a way to win games. And we know the commentators were complaining about some missed calls from the referees. Fans were complaining about it for sure on NFL Twitter. What is your assessment to the win from the Chiefs yesterday? Because it's a very, I think the right way to word is suspect win. I'd say from the Chiefs. How would
It
you
was
call?
def-
How
it was
would you
it was
word it?
def- it was definitely a weird game. I mean, the Chiefs. You could say they won in Chiefs fashion, where the refs were on the Chiefs side. But I feel like the Chiefs were going to be the winners no matter what because the Texans aren't the best when it gets into the later rounds of the playoffs. But the Chiefs, they held on as a late. They kept the Texans in check the whole game. I mean, the Chiefs. It's tough to beat the Chiefs anywhere at any time. I mean, I would just say it's a normal Chiefs win. Some might argue otherwise because of obviously officiating, but I really didn't think the Texans were going to win the game, even if the refs called what people were
Is a
eventually.
very is a
Yeah.
very interesting contest. We also had the last game with Washington and Detroit. We'll take a look one more time at the schedule from the divisional round. How we got here, like we said, the Chiefs beating the Texans. The Texans, one of the few teams in NFL history without a road win in the divisional round. They're now 0-6.
Mhm.
Washington now has one of the trying to get the first ever rookie quarterback to the Super Bowl, the rookie starting quarterback to the Super Bowl, with Jaden Daniels being 1 game away. He faces uh, the Philadelphia Eagles next week after they beat the Lions in a 76-point thriller last night, Jacob.
Yeah,
Myself and Matt Welling were on that game. Welling putting on a show. So, I just want to bring up some numbers that I think should make everyone a little aware of what happened during this game last night. There were 42 points scored in the second quarter of that game last night. That's almost as
yeah,
many points combined from the last game we just saw and the first game. Remember the first game, 23-14. That's around 37. They were outscored in that Texans game in the second quarter alone.
yeah.
Most ever points scored in a divisional round combined by two teams. And well, there you go. Absolute insanity. I mean, it's been an absolutely chaotic round of the NFL playoffs. We're just a couple minutes away from the start of the second half. We will take a break. When we return, the NFL playoffs roll on with the divisional round. Second half is next. This is the Bills and the Ravens and the presentation of the Given 5 Media halftime report. Stay with us. We'll be back with the second half after this. Chat, hello. Guess who's back? Back again. It's Basil and Jacob. We are ready to go for the second half. For those who don't know, Jacob Kaplan is there, obviously. I have Robbie Basil here as well for you. It has been a game of how do you even word this, Jacob? I mean, it's been turnovers by Baltimore. It's been solid play, you could argue, from the Buffalo Bills. And it's been the Bills who've been able to capitalize and put up 21 points and lead this game 21-10.
Yeah, it's been a crazy game so far in the snowy weather up in Buffalo. Josh Allen clearly leading this QB battle as we take a look. Obviously, the passing yards and the rushing yards led by Lamar Jackson, but it's the interception and the fumble loss that led to a Buffalo touchdown by Lamar that's put them in this 11-point deficit as we're getting ready to kick it back off here at Highmark Stadium with the home team receiving the opening kickoff from Jordan Stout of Baltimore.
The kick is away and fielded from the 1. Will be returned across the 15, the 20, and down at around the 25. Oh, and that is where Josh Allen will be taking over from about the 26. For Coach Harbaugh, very weird spot. You don't see the Ravens, one, down this much like ever. But on top of that, a game where they're getting completely, I think, outplayed so far.
Yeah, agreed, 1,000%.
We'll see if they can find a way to respond as they try to stop Josh Allen on first down. James Cook in the backfield, one man in motion. It's Reggie Gilliam, the fullback. Allen takes a snap, quick toss right Cook, tries to get back to the line of scrimmage and does. It's a gain of nothing, and it will be 2nd and 10. Let's take a look. There's offensive coordinator Joe Brady, an offensive coordinator who will be sought out for head coaching jobs in just a couple, possibly for him, a couple of days or a couple of weeks. 4 drives, all over 2 minutes, and 3 of them resulting in touchdowns. Over 160 total yards of offense. Not a bad start for the team of the blue jerseys. One man in motion, Hollins dropping to throw. Allen. Josh Allen looking to step up and fires right side. No, incomplete. Unable to catch that one was Dalton Kincaid.
Just a little low.
And it'll be 3rd and 9. It'll be third down. Just a little bit low. I think because I don't know if they're throwing it into wind or not, but when you throw it into wind, the ball typically tends to die down like that. Allen trying to thread the needle. And we'll be 3rd and 9. Ty Johnson in the backfield now for the Bills.
Yeah.
2 for 4 on third downs tonight are Josh Allen and company. If one man in motion, Shakir, moving from right to left. Blitz coming. Allen rolling to his right, tries to escape, does escape, and gets it away. Will they say he was in the pocket? No. It will be 4th down.
It's exactly what the Ravens needed. They got a stop, and now Lamar can go back to work, not down by 3 possessions, as the ref Carl Sheffers announces that that is not intentional grounding, as I believe Spencer Brown, who said he was eligible, was in the area. So Sam Martin, the former Detroit Lion, on a punted away.
Good pressure there on that last play by Nate Wiggins, the corner out of Clemson. Former first-round corner out of, I believe, first-round corner out of Clemson. Martin on the punt, as you've mentioned, and he is able to get it away. Deep to return for the Ravens is Sims. He breaks one tackle at the 20, slides past one of the 20, 25, 30, and is tackled across the 35 at the 36 by Ty Johnson. And that is where we will see Lamar Jackson get the ball at the 36-yard line. We will see him when we return here on Give 'em 5 Media. We are back here on Given 5 Media, and we have an unfortunately fortunate injury to report to you guys. If you remember, Sam Cosmi, the standout guard for Washington, uh, took a bad knee injury last night, and it was really concerning towards the end of the game. And he is going to be out for what we'd like to call a while. Unfortunately, he did tear his ACL last night. Hate to see something like that for a guy of his talent. So Washington will be without one of their I like to call better players. Ravens are trying to find a response to after their good stop on defense, but they throw an incompletion on first down. Lamar Jackson not really being able to find his groove, Jacob. You were questioning a little bit the Bills defense in the open in the early stages of this game, but they've been really able to shut down the run, and that's one thing that we've really liked so far.
Yeah,
You've really liked so far out of the Bills defense.
yeah. They came in as what, as you said, like what, the ninth ranked defense, running defense or something.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're proving to be top five because they are stopping the best running the offense in the NFL. They have
Quick
continued.
pass right quick pass right side. It's complete to Mark Andrews. It's a gain of about 5. They get halfway to the chain to moving the chains. One thing you note about this defense is how many pieces they lost in the secondary. Yet they're still performing so well. But the Ravens have been so well on third down, 4 of 5, and they've been over 5.5 yards on average on third down so far. Jackson drops the throw, rolling to his right, steps up, fires complete. Andrews over the right-hand side, gets to the sideline, and is shoved out right at midfield. It's a gain of about 9, and it's a first down for the Ravens.
That's huge. Mark Andrews, is that his first catch of the game? I believe it could
Second.
be
Second.
second. But they need to get him involved more. Obviously, they were using likely their other tight end earlier, but Andrews was one of Lamar's top targets to begin the season. As Justice
Justice
Hill,
Hill takes a big carry up the middle into the second level and gets a gain of 10 and moves the chains once more. And a first down for the speedster for the Ravens. You have the physicality of Derrick Henry, plus the mobility of Lamar Jackson, plus the speed and quickness of Justice Hill equals the Baltimore Ravens rushing attack. It's been a very hard mathematical equation to crack or even a puzzle to solve. But Sean McDermott and the Bills have been able to solve that puzzle so far as breaking tackles is Derrick Henry down the right-hand side and is able to get into the second level again and gets about 13 this time. So a little bit of a draw handoff to Derrick Henry gets another good gain, and the Ravens are able to move the ball down the field.
that's what they need more of Derrick Henry's runs like that. They need them to get into the second level, like you were saying. And now the Ravens are close to the red zone, I believe.
They're
Longest rush
just
of, longest rush of the day for 12 yards, and they are at the 27.
from the 27, pitch to Hill, and he's getting wrapped up right at the 30-yard line. Multiple Bills defenders were in there to make the stop. AJ Epinesa, the former Iowa Hawkeye, is the first one to make the stop. It's a loss of about 2, and it'll be second and 12.
Yeah, Matt Milano finished off the great play by AJ Epinesa right there. Not what you want for the as the Ravens, but seventh play for negative yards for the Ravens right there.
This defense has put on a show so far. They're going to need to again. Second and 12, 29-yard line is where the Ravens are at. Blitz coming. Jackson gets the ball out quick, but is not able to complete that pass. Pass intended for Mark Andrews again. And it'll be third down and 12, just over 10 and a half to go in the third. But look at this blitz again. Untouched again was Taron Johnson. So good coverage, good pressure by the Bills. And they'll have third and 12 for the Ravens. 2 for 3 on third down conversions, over 8 yards. And the Ravens having a chance, they need to have this chance to capitalize. Play clock inside two. Who? Jackson, does he get the snap off? Yes, apparently.
No.
Or maybe
Oh,
not. Maybe
oh,
not.
they called it dead, but he got wrapped up anyways.
He did indeed get wrapped up. And that's the last thing you needed if you're the Ravens. That is a delay of game penalty. So now it is 3rd and 17. I was about to say, like, they didn't, there's not a chance they got that off, and you would be right. There's no way they did get it off. So 3rd and 17. 10:32 to go. Bills fans on their feet. Bills Mafia know how to cause chaos, make noise. Are one play away from getting one of the biggest stops of the game. Ravens not really even in field goal range anymore. But they have it on 3rd and 17. Jackson drops the throw. They rush 3. Pass complete. Bateman takes a massive shot after getting a gain of only about 5. Massive, massive hit. Matt Milano causing problems. It's a gain of 5 or so. And we tackled right at the 30. So on will be Justin Tucker. 89 career field goal percentage. And no, that is not free throw percentage, it is kicking field goals for those who may be confused in the comments. This will be for 47. Snap good, hold is good, and the kick is good. The kick is good. Justin Tucker able to get his second field goal of the contest. But the Buffalo Bills defense able to stop Lamar Jackson and the Ravens again. Bills by 8. They lead 21-13. We'll be back in a moment. We are back here on Given 5 Media. Ain't no mountain high enough was what Jacob was about to sing for all of you. The Ravens trying to climb the mountain to beat Buffalo this evening. And Jacob, it's been a tough mountain to climb so far.
Yeah, but the Ravens are starting to climb that mountain. They got a field goal. Now back to a one possession game.
You want to talk about chaos? We said there could be some chaos. I think we're kind of almost nearing that point of when chaos could ensue. Because remember, there's still so much time left in this game. Stout to kick it away. The two running backs of Ray Davis and Ty Johnson there to receive. Based on this win, you could probably expect this to be a touchback. Stout booms this one away, and that will indeed head into the first row of seats. Touchback. It'll be the ball at the 30-yard line for the Buffalo Bills. What a day of football this has been. Two close games, two very interesting games. It's exactly what you were hoping for if you're the fan of the neutral. Like both of us, obviously. First and 10. More time than I thought was remaining. 9:47 to go. Josh Allen under center. Cook in the backfield. Play action. Allen looking to throw. Just going to dump this one in the flat to Cook and doesn't really get anywhere. Maybe gets 2 or 3. And it'll be second down in about 7. Nice tackle there made by the Ravens defense. Hamilton was the one to make the play. 107 solo tackles by Kyle Hamilton this season. Second most on the team, only behind All-Pro Roquan Smith. Man in motion, Shakir. Allen shotgun, Cook in the backfield. Quick screen, Khalil Shakir tries to make a play, but a shoestring tackle made in the secondary by Washington, one of the corners, prevents a big play from Shakir. It's a gain of maybe 2, and it'll be 3rd and 5. So it'll be 3rd and 5. Washington, the player to make that tackle, are Darius Washington. We've seen him in coverage against Shakir once or twice. 2 for 5 on third downs have been the Buffalo Bills. And they'll have it here. Allen drops the throw. Pressure coming. Allen just lobs one right side complete for the first down. Nate Wiggins makes the tackle on Curtis Samuel. Say, yes, sir. You know what to do. No, wrong way. First down. You got to point in the direction where the Bills are going. Good protection up front by the Buffalo Bills. And it's Curtis Samuel, a former Washington Commander, who gets the first down. So they get the first down. Nate Wiggins was the one making the tackle, as mentioned. Josh Allen only 82 passing yards. He's a 8 of 12 for 82 yards. They'll have it on first down. Allen handoff Cook, trying to move his way forward, but gets tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Robinson was one of the men in there on the stop. It's a gain of nothing, and it'll be second down. Very interesting situation here. Apologies if there's any technical issues right now. Trying to figure those out for you guys. Second and 10. Allen shotgun again. Drops the throw. Allen fires complete. Shakir makes the catch. It's a gain of about 4. And we 3rd and 6, Jacob. We've seen the struggles on third down at points for the Bills. How big of a play will this be for the Bills
This
going
this
forward?
is this is huge play right here for both teams. As the Ravens trying to get off the field and get Lamar and his company back on the field, and the Bills continuing to try to possibly extend their lead, get the points back, or even grow the lead to what would it be, 15?
Allen, quick pass. They're not going to get anywhere. Making the tackle. Allen wants a penalty. The Ravens say no. Kyle Van Noy and I believe Marlon Humphrey in there on the stop. It's a loss of 1.
I don't know what
How
Allen.
about that play by Kyle Van Noy off the edge?
Yeah, I don't know what Allen
Marlon,
was
Huff-
for there.
Marlon Humphrey was initially shoved as well. It'll be the 3rd punt of the day for Sam Martin. This will be fourth and about 5, make it 6. Running down the inside, 5.5 minutes to go. Good snap, good punt by Martin, almost got it blocked. And good fake by the Ravens by Sims, and this will roll into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills struggling on some key plays on offense. The Ravens needing to capitalize. 5:20 remaining in the third. We'll be right back. We are back. Hopefully, if you're one of the viewers, your power isn't going to go out as this game rolls on. First and 10 for the Ravens, obviously. They go handoff to Derrick Henry, breaking tackles, and gets to move the ball forward for about a gain of, let's call it 7 yards. It'll be second down and 3. Todd Monken and this offense ranked first, number 1 rushing defense, 7th ranked in the pass, and number 1 in total yards, have stalled a couple of times throughout this game and are trying to find a way to respond. It's second and 3, one in motion, man in motion. Jackson under center. Lamar Jackson, handoff. Derrick Henry almost had a hole, but it closed immediately. One of the linebackers were in there to make the stop. I believe it was Terrell Bernard, or was one of them to make the play. It'll be third down and 1. Derrick Henry, in the second half of this season, may not have only saved my fantasy team, but he also partially saved this Ravens offense. 14 rushes over 25 plus yards, over 1,200 yards in the second half of the season alone. He's already gone off to a little bit of a better start here in the second half. As they give it to Henry again, and Henry's off to the races, breaking tackles across the 45, and is down just shy of midfield. If not for one man, he would have gone to the end zone.
That's what we need to
First
see more of.
down.
That's what we need to see more of, the big runs by Henry. That's what I've been trying to say. That's what we need to see from Henry and the Ravens O-line, getting the blocks, creating the holes for the King to climb up that mountain and possibly get the Ravens even.
Longest run of Derrick Henry today. That one went for about 20 or maybe 15. Jackson, play action, drop the throw. Lamar Jackson, pass complete. It across the first down marker and into Buffalo Bills territory is Mark Andrews. But hold on, don't celebrate yet. We do have a penalty marker, and I think there's a chance this is coming back. I might have saw a hold, but it's on the defense.
Ooh.
So I guess I was wrong. Is a defensive holding against the Bills? I thought I saw a hold on by one of the offensive tackles, but no, it is a hold against the defense. So the Ravens' first down stands and be a first and 10 from the 42. Likely in motion. Jackson in the shotgun, Justice Hill in the backfield. Justice Hill is off to the races. Justice Hill across the 30, 25, and down at the 20. Justice Hill and a little bit of extracurriculars after the play with Damar Hamlin. How about that play, Justice Hill? Just shy of the leading rusher for the Ravens today. Had a bunch of green grass or a bunch of white and green grass, depending on how you look at it. But Justice Hill using his speed and quickness to his advantage, and the Bills are going to head right back to the line of scrimmage. Ravens 69 rushing yards this quarter. The Bills have one. Jackson handoff. Derrick Henry across the 15 to 10 and goes down right at the 5 to gain of about 16 yards. And the Buffalo Bills are struggling to stop the run now. It's first and goal. Baltimore.
There it is. This is like exactly what we the like I've been waiting for the Ravens to like finally get to the second levels time after time again on the run, and now it's first and goal with Derrick
Derrick
Henry.
Henry, 53 rushing yards this quarter. He has 41 rushing yards this drive. They give it to him again. Derrick Henry plowing his way forward and dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore.
It's
Who
two.
else but
It's
by
two.
the man they call the king, Derrick Henry punches one home from 6 yards out, and it looks like with an extra point they'd only be down one, but they're going to stay on for 2 points, Jacob.
Yeah, that's a smart decision here, if I'm being honest, for the Ravens. But Derrick Henry, there he is. They call him the king for a reason. Him and the Ravens offense drive down the field, 2 point conversion away from having this game even.
Jackson on the 2 point, lobs one up. It's blocked at the line. Good coverage there by Matt Milano, denying a chance at the 2 point for the Ravens.
What is he doing?
But Baltimore are able to find some much needed momentum and some much needed points. Derrick Henry from 6 yards out sends our game to immediate timeout. And a game that could get very, very interesting in just a couple of moments. We'll be right back. We are back here on Give 'em 5 Media. Make sure to like and subscribe. We've got a good amount of subscribers tonight, and shout out to you guys for the subscriptions and all of that. The likes as well from just not from today, but from yesterday and throughout the presentations here on Give 'em 5 Media. Fun fact, Jacob, this is the 50th video or stream on Give 'em 5 Media or either across the river slash Give 'em 5 Media history.
There we go. We're starting to climb. Hopefully, more subs soon. We're applying for different things that we're not gonna share now, but maybe in the future, if they come to life, they will be shared eventually. But here we go. Is Jordan Stout ready to kick it away for the Ravens down two?
Ravens do kick it through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Don't forget, tomorrow night is the College Football Playoff National Championship. Myself and Dylan Shalom have the call for you as of right now. But we know about the snow. Shout out to Dylan. He's actually doing, I think, the UMass game today, so hopefully he gets back okay.
Could see
But
that. Are the dorms not open yet for Dylan?
I don't. I don't know. It's an interesting question to ask. First and 10, the Bills. Handoff James Cook, bouncing off tacklers, gets into the second level, goes towards the sideline. I could speak words, and James Cook can get yards. First down for Buffalo. That's a gain of 12.
It's a good run there by James Cook, bouncing to the outside, and the Bills move the chains on the first play of their drive.
So we have about a minute to go in the third. So if you're getting ready for some dramatics, I think you guys in the chat, in the comments, are getting ready for a treat with what we could be seeing here. Toss to Ty Johnson and gets absolutely leveled by Pierce from behind. Good tackle there by the big defensive tackle. It's a loss of one.
Yeah, Michael Pierce, another one of those underrated players on this Ravens D line and this defense in general. As we're down to the final half minute of the third.
Josh Allen in the shotgun. Play clock down to 10. Josh Allen dropping the throw. Fires complete. It's Shakir breaking tackles, trying to churn those legs forward. He won't get the first down, but he will take us to the end of the third after a gain of 8. We've seen 3 quarters of entertaining action. But with 15 minutes to go, someone's season is on the line. Ravens and Bills. The final quarter of regulation is next. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Give 'em 5 Media, fourth quarter in just a moment. But we got a question for you guys in the chat. Obviously, we care about what the viewers think is best because we want to be able to bring the best experience listening to the content, listening to these streams as possible for you guys. So comment down below. Do you guys prefer I forgot to ask this at the end of the third. There's been so much action. Didn't really have a chance to ask it. Would you guys prefer the halftime breaks to be longer or shorter? Interesting question for you guys. Comment that down below. We tried the longer one today. I'm interested to see your guys' take on it. But we're back in action with Josh Allen. We'll have it on 3rd and 2. Handoff, right side Johnson, and is able to get the first down. Ty Johnson able to churn those legs and move his way forward is a first down. And Jacob, let's look at the QB comparison. Not a lot from Josh Allen other than the 2 rushing touchdowns. Only like about 111 total yards from him today.
Yeah, obviously Lamar Jackson, as we've been saying, he's leading everything, but he has those two turnovers that are kind of the reason the Ravens trail at this moment in time.
Allen averages about 220 passing yards per game. Today is 96. Josh Allen drops the throw. Pressure coming, gets the ball out. Pass complete. James Cook across the 45 and down just shy of the 40 of the Ravens. It's a gain of about 6 for James Cook. Once again, as a reminder, make sure to check out the College Football Playoff National Championship. Once again, coverage of the game starting at 7:45, around 7:45 to 7:50 here on Give 'em 5 with the full game coverage for you guys right here. So make sure you turn on those post notifications so you do not miss that big stream tomorrow. I honestly, Jacob, cannot wait. But James
Yeah,
Cook can't wait to get this handoff, and he's going to get a juke and get into another good gain for the Bills. That's another first down right around the 35. Good effort there by James Cook.
yeah.
It's a
Bouncing to
first
the
down and more.
bouncing to the outside, making that nice move on Brandon Stevens. Going back to national championship for a quick second. Yeah, I can't wait for the game either. A little nervous though, as you would know, but yeah, hopefully the right team comes out on top. Back to the NFL. Allen 8 for 10. Last 10 passing attempts, 36 yards.
Handoff Cook. They go back to him again. Gets past one tackler, cannot get past the second. And will be second down and 8. Also, for those of you who are wondering, Robbie Basil, Jacob Kaplan here is with me tonight as well. And this game has been an interesting one. We've been kind of surprised, of course, with the wind and the low temperatures and the snow. The offensive struggles by Josh Allen have been really evident, and it's been very interesting to see how these two have matched up. But the Ravens rushing defense, one of the best ones in the NFL. They've allowed over 110 now. Allen fires incomplete on 2nd and 8.
Tre'Davious
Not a
White.
bad ball there from Josh Allen. Amari Cooper. We haven't really heard him tonight at all. Was indeed the intended receiver. Too far for the former Dallas Cowboy Cleveland Brown
Las Vegas Raider.
and Las Vegas Raider. I forgot he played for the Raiders. But that's where I believe where he started, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got drafted by the Raiders.
Former wide receiver, former first round pick out of Alabama. Josh Allen, play clock down at 5. Shakir in motion. Allen drops the throw. Josh Allen, pressure coming. Incomplete. Not sure if there will be a penalty. No.
Ooh, wow.
Stevens in coverage. Might have gotten away with one, but it will be 4th and 8. Khalil Shakir, the intended receiver on the slant. Jacob, I don't
Ooh,
know. It's an interesting one.
it's an interesting one indeed. I mean, I don't. It might have been too far for Shakir, but Stevens did have his hand on the waist, trying to turn him a little bit. But here's Tyler Bass, whose history for clutch field goals in playoff games haven't been the best. Hasn't been the best history. He's 3 for 3. He was 3 for 3 last week. It's a 51 yarder.
Kick is up by Bass. It's fading to the right a tiny bit. But like Justin Tucker earlier on, that kick is up and good. Barely, but it is indeed good. So Buffalo are able to find a way to respond, but they can only get three. We'll be back in about a minute with the Bills leading by 5. They say give them 5 is one of the only key things that we address during these games. Well, unfortunately for you, the viewers, the lead is now 5, and the Bills are still in front of the Baltimore Ravens, Jacob Kaplan, and it's been a weird day for Josh Allen.
Yeah, just you can put it that way. It's been also kind of a weird game in general, I'd say.
It's had some of the things you would expect. You'd have some of the games things you didn't expect. And it's had everything in between. People from around the world probably watching this game from here, there, and everywhere.
Hmm.
But we are back underway. Tyler Bass kicking this pretty deep and through the end zone, bouncing it into the first row and in for a touchback. Jacob, talk us through this last drive with the ground game for the Ravens.
Like I've been saying the whole stream that the Ravens' run game was going to be their factor, and it came alive last drive. The blocks, the Justice Hills, the Derrick Henrys for touchdowns. I need the Ravens need more of that in this drive. This is probably their biggest drive of the game so far. They can take the lead here. It can be what their first lead of the game is that? No,
It'll be their first lead since 7
seven
nothing.
7-0. So
Eric,
it's a huge drive here for both teams as the Bills try to hold them to three or just keep them off the board at all.
quick pass out to the left is complete to Sims for about 4. Just a quick screen and a quick gain of about 4. So we talk about how big this drive can be. We have to mention this. Seasons are on the line. Could this be the last game for some of the coaches? Jobs are on the line for both teams. This is more than just a regular playoff game. Reputation's on the line, and Lamar Jackson is on the move. Derrick Henry takes the Wildcat, runs through about 4 players, but is going to be just shy of the line to gain. Very weird play there from the Ravens. Let's look at this again. Lamar Jackson motioning out to the right, and Derrick Henry takes the Wildcat to the left. I've never seen that play before, but regardless, it'll be 3rd down and 1 with 11 minutes to go. How big of a 3rd and short play is this going to be? Ravens are 3 for 3 on 3rd downs inside of 3 yards. They are 4 for 4 on them inside 6 yards. They give to Derrick Henry. Juke, does he get it? Ooh, I don't know. Let's see the spot. It's
The
right.
ref is right at the line. Oh, one ref is
Carl
marking.
Sheffers initially signals 4th down. He did not get it. You have to imagine. I think they got to go for this.
Yeah, I don't care where they are. It's 4th and 1. You've got 10 minutes left, possibly of your season, and you've got the best running back and running quarterback, mobile quarterback. Excuse me.
4th and inches. Jackson gets shoved forward, 1st down. Lamar Jackson.
I believe that was actually Mark Andrews who got the
Was
touch
it
ball.
Mark?
Yes, Mark Andrews got the ball there. Looks like the
Really?
little bit of the Packers playbook you see sometimes with Tucker Kraft, who would be in motion, just would go under center and take the snap.
Indeed,
And
that was Mark Andrews. So you're talking about expect the unexpected. Well, there you go. There's another moment of that. The Ravens with over 131 yards this half. That's more than double of what Buffalo has. They still trail by 5 with 9.5 to go. Lamar Jackson's shotgun. Handoff Justice Hill. Cuts past 1, but gets wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Ed Oliver. Big number 91. We haven't heard a lot of him tonight, but it does drop Justice Hill for a loss of 1.
yeah, Ed Oliver with a huge factor on this Bills D line, obviously with Von Miller, Gregory Rousseau, and others wraps him up. Loss of 1. That's the 8th play for negative yardage for the Ravens. Bills
Former
pick
top,
after that.
former top 15 pick out of Houston was the one to make the tackle there, number 91. One man in motion. Jackson drops the throw. Good block there by Derrick Henry. Jackson fires on the run. It's complete, but it's a fumble, and it's recovered by the defense. Insanity. How big of a play is that? It's a fumble, and it's recovered by the defense. The
Wow.
3rd turnover by Buffalo, Terrell Bernard. Have yourself a day, sir. Saying, how do you do? I'll take that. Thank you very much. It's a
Wow.
punch out and a fumble, and the Bills take over. Well, how things can change in the blink of an eye, Mr. Kaplan. It's
Agreed.
been
Agreed.
a very interesting battle, and we may have just seen the play of the game. Mark Andrews, his first fumble loss in over half a decade, only his second of his career. But that may have been the play that might end the Ravens' entire season.
I
So,
certainly, I certainly agree with that. If Buffalo can march on the field here at 2 o'clock and put 6 on the board.
8:41 to go. Josh Allen in the shotgun with James Cook in the backfield. Allen drops the throw. Allen finds left side complete to Hollins, and he's in bounds, and it's a first down. And no, it's not going to be the Ravens' best friend again. The game clock. First down, Bills. Looking at this play again, a lot of people, I believe, was forcing down that right side, and Mac Hollins able to be so open. Get that gain of about 11, give him 12. So into Ravens territory already are the Bills. I'll have it under center with Allen at the 42. Man in motion, Hollins. Allen, handoff to, I believe, Davis. A flag flies. We'll see what this is. Not really sure. It's against the defense.
Wow, for what face mask maybe?
Hands to the face defense. Matt Collins bringing the energy. It's David Ojabo, number 90,
Michigan
against
trying to get
Dawson Knox. Good
clear.
call there by the officials. It looks like he just brings the face mask up on the helmet of Dawson Knox. It'll be a fresh set of downs for Buffalo. 7:35 to go. The Bills lead. Allen under center. Hollins in motion again. Play clock down to 5. Quick pass caught. Coleman was the one making that play across the 30. Play happened so fast. If you blinked, you missed it. And it's a 5-yard gain on first down. And we're inside of going to be inside of 7 minutes to go in regulation of the last divisional playoff game of 2025. Very interesting game from both of these teams. Josh Allen trying to put this game to bed. Allen, play action, rolling right, complete. Ty Johnson gets to the edge and is shoved out of bounds inside the, I believe, right outside or barely inside the 20. I'm not really sure. Regardless, it's a first down, and the Buffalo Bills continue to move the ball down the field. Nice play there by Ty Johnson. They'll mark him out at the 21, saying, "Yes, sir, I know I made that play." Big first down for the former New York Jet. Ravens fans starting to really get nervous now. Allen shotgun, Cook in the backfield. Quick screen pass Samuel. Gets shoestring tackled right away after a gain of only 1. And something might have happened off the ball. I'm not really sure. Player
Already.
is down. That's Marlon Humphrey. Let's take a look off the ball. It was him and Keon. I think maybe Keon Coleman.
Now
No, it was,
Collins.
that was
Oh,
Hollins. Ooh,
hmm.
that
Uh-oh.
did not look good.
That might not be good for the Ravens late in this one.
While they tend to him, we'll take a quick break. Welcome back to football on Give 'em Five. Marlon Humphrey taking off a moment ago after a very interesting sequence against Mac Hollins. But regardless of how you look at it, it'll be first and 10. I believe, sorry, second and 9. I know what down it is. You know what down it is in the chat.
Clock's ticking.
The
Five
clock
seconds.
ticking as well. Allen, handoff, Cook into the second level. Cook getting pushed forward, but won't get all the way there. Gain of
Bills
about 8. It'll be third and short.
Bills O lineman giving props to number 64 Osiris Torrance there for dragging Cook that extra yard. Third and I believe what, a yard? Yeah.
Third and 1. Allen reads the blocks. Josh Allen gets the first down and a lot more extracurriculars again. Josh Allen. Talk about reading blocks. He does it perfectly.
Possibly could be. That's a huge first down for the Bills right there.
It is also not, I don't believe, first and goal. I don't believe it's
Isn't it?
first and goal. Will it be? Oh, it is first and goal to go.
It is
They gave him a little bit, the half
yeah,
a yard that we thought he might have needed. They're in a goal to go situation. Game on the line, likely for Baltimore. Allen under center. Play clock down to 3, down to 2. Allen handoff Cook, trying to move his way forward. Does not even get half of the yards needed. The
oh,
ball came out after the play. I don't know what the deal was with that.
I mean, nobody recovered it, so we really can't argue anything there. But we got what? Ravens are calling timeouts already.
Indeed, the Ravens are calling timeouts. I actually don't hate this decision because if they allow a field goal, they'll have a lot more time than if they say, well, they allow they need to preserve as much time as possible. And they have to do it with this. But the difference is, if you look at the game with Denver, they had 5 drives and enter the red zone. They had 1 touchdown, but they still won. Tonight, they have had 3 drives into the red zone, and it's all resulted in touchdowns. The Baltimore Ravens needing a stop here, allowing only a field goal, in all honesty, Jacob, to have a chance.
Yeah.
Ninth play of the drive. 4:21 to go. Allen shotgun, runs it himself. Josh Allen breaking tackles, does not get all the way there. Well, that almost iced the game, but it will only result in a third and goal from the 2 and the second timeout from Baltimore. I mean, you talk about the effort of Josh Allen in this game, Jacob. It's unmatched.
Yeah, for sure. And he's a yard away from not only his possible third rushing touchdown, but also a possible dagger in a Bills win.
So one timeout remaining for Baltimore. The ball is at the 2. The Ravens trying to keep themselves in it after the Mark Andrews fumble forced
By Bernard.
by by one of the Bills' best defenders, Terrell Bernard. Allen in the shotgun with
Shakir
Cook in the backfield.
and Shakir.
They keep it with Allen. Does he get it? He stood up right at the 3-yard line.
Okay, now.
So this is where it gets really weird. The Ravens are not calling the timeout. So now, if you're Sean McDermott, are they going to go for this? From the looks of it, it's likely that from the
I don't know.
signal that McDermott is giving, they're going to call timeout on 1. So, let the games begin, you could say. The Bills have called timeout. They're first of the second half. They'll have 2 remaining. But they might have opened the door to Baltimore to have a chance. And if we've witnessed anything from today, I mean, these games, not as much scoring obviously as last night, but two really good football games today. And Sean McDermott I believe, sending out a field goal unit. So
Mm.
the games will truly begin now, as Lamar Jackson will indeed have another chance to tie this game. And it'll be Tyler Bass, who's made a 51-yarder today, to his credit. Not the wins we had yesterday in Kansas City, and nowhere near anything we had earlier in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's a chip shot, 21 yards. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is good. So 3:29 to go. And the stage will be set. We'll set the scene for you guys when we return here on Give 'em 5. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it is time we set the scene for all of you. And no, this is not a romance scene. So let's set the scene for these two teams that have tangoed their way. As they say, it does take two to tango, and it also takes two to make a good football game, because that's how our sport works here. That's how we do it here on Given Five Media. It is the Ravens. They trail by 8, and you have us to take you through it. Robbie Basil, Jacob Kaplan. It has been a very interesting game as we look on the screen, or really, if we were on ESPN, we'd be looking at a game summary. Let's take a look at the game summary. The Bills and the Ravens both, well, the Bills, that's the first time they've been stopped in the red zone for anything but a touchdown. Additionally, Ravens miscues. It's been a big theme, of course, 3 turnovers. And the Bills able to get 17 points off turnovers. I believe no, sorry, 10 points now off turnovers. As we are back underway. This ball will definitely be going through the back of the end zone. I believe. Oh, they're going to return it. This ball will be returned across the 20, across the 25. Big return for the Ravens, and it's down actually at the 32-yard line. So, once
320.
again, oh, hold on. We have a flag.
Oh, that'll back him up.
This will be going backwards. Holding receiving team.
On who?
So,
Chris,
first and 10.
Chris Board on the penalty.
Very interesting indeed. Let's take a look at the penalty. I don't know. I mean, they kind of
Yeah,
tripped
from it.
together. I don't know about that one. We'll see how that impacts this drive. Ravens one timeout. They'll have it at now at the 12, because it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Lamar Jackson in the shotgun. Justice Hill in the backfield. Trips left, one receiver right. It's actually Mark Andrews, the tight end, out to the right. Jackson dropping the throw. Deep ball, left hand side. Does he have a man? No, it's too far. Intended receiver was Isaiah Likely. They had a chance. They had him. It's a little
No,
bit too far. It'll be second down.
I could have caught it.
In coverage there was Taron Johnson. We do
Oh,
have an injury.
is it Taron Johnson?
That might be Taron Johnson because that's right where the play ended.
It is Taron Johnson.
Indeed. So we'll stay with you while they tend to Taron Johnson. We'll see what happened. I'm not even sure what happened, Jacob. I'll be honest with you.
Looks like they're saying the arm.
It is. Oh, I know that injury. If my recollection, if I know anything about this type of stuff, and I don't really know a lot, that is a arm for a bone. I think a fracture, maybe. My brother or my sister might know. Shout out to my sister. She's in med school, so maybe she could help us out. I know she's watching this game. I know she's not watching the stream though. So, uh, GG's to that comment. But we're still with you here. The chat, shout out the chat. You guys deserve a round of applause. I wish we had emotes, because you guys would be spamming the emotes in the chat all night long. Maybe one day, Jacob. Maybe one day, Jacob. Maybe one day. This is a thought. We go on Twitch and just get emotes for everybody. Just make them pay free subscriptions so they can do some random emotes. What emote? Okay, for the I hope people are still here because I think this is a good question. If we were to go to Twitch, just thinking about this, and give them 5 to like a subscriber section of like the chat, and y'all got emotes and stuff, what would the emote be? What would y'all come up with? Is it like a 5 emoji or something? Is it like a pancake? What would you write your write what the emote would be in the chat? But we are back in action. Taron Johnson has been helped off the field. It's a shoulder issue. So I was in the right vicinity. Unfortunately, not getting the total correct outcome. Lamar Jackson dropping the throw on second down. Jackson rolling to his right. Lamar Jackson taking upfield. Lamar Jackson extending the play and will be short of the line to gain and gets a shove at the end of the play.
Knocked over a Bills coach while he's at it.
Knocked over a couple of coaches. Them looking like bowling pins you'd see on a typical day at the lanes. It is, I believe, 3rd and 1. So, 3rd and 2, rather. But we'll mark it as 3rd and 1 on our scoreboard and make it easier for all of you. It is 3rd and short. That's all you need to know. And Lamar Jackson is in the shotgun. Justice Hill is there with him. Lamar Jackson drops the throw. Jackson fires over the middle, caught Justice Hill, and he does get the first down, but the clock continues to run. Not a lot of hurry up right now with the Ravens. They know what Josh Allen can do if he has a lot of time, if this game finds a way to be tied. So Lamar Jackson picking up the pace a tiny bit, 2:48 to go. Lamar Jackson dropping the throw. Lamar Jackson jump pass, actually, and the pass is complete to Rashad Bateman. And
Oh,
he's not getting up. And
ooh,
that's
that,
not good if you're the Ravens.
that looks ugly.
That did not look right.
That's a huge loss too. With 2:34 left.
We said earlier they are thin at receiver because of no Zay Flowers. It did not look Bernard, I think, was the one of the guys in there on the side. Ooh, that did not look right. Bateman just stayed down. And we got the wind knocked out of him. Actually looks way better than we thought. You're able to walk off okay. And since we're not inside 2 minutes yet, the Ravens do not have to call that timeout. Bateman 4 for 66 and a touchdown today. He's one of the leading receivers for the Ravens in this game. The snow continues to fall. It's in the direction It's in Lamar Jackson's face. The clock continues to move.
One more play maybe before the warning. We'll see here.
Will they get a playoff? Yes, they will. From the looks of it, they're going to. One man in motion, Wallace. Jackson drops the throw. Pressure coming. Lamar Jackson evades. Lamar Jackson throws across his body, and it's complete over the middle, inside the 45, across midfield, and shy of the Buffalo 45. Wallace was the one, I believe, who made that catch.
Yeah, 27 yards. Alan Wallace.
27 yards, I believe, is for the distance of Tylan Wallace. 2 minutes to go. When we come back, we will take you through it. Stay right here. Don't go anywhere. Why, hello there. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the final 2 minutes of regulation of the NFL divisional round of the playoffs on Give 'em 5 Media. And before we show you back what we will be talking about, make sure to like and subscribe. Or usually, something like that you just saw does not happen. So make sure, once again, like and subscribe as we talk you through the final 2 minutes of the regulation of the divisional round of the playoffs. We know the NFC title game, 3 p.m. Eastern, Washington, Philadelphia. Who will be traveling to the Midwest? Lamar Jackson is trying to do it himself and help lead the Ravens. Jackson drops the throw. Lamar Jackson just flips it to Justice Hill, who gets to the edge and he does get out of bounds. Not a lot of time wasted, about only 8 seconds. It'll be second down on about 5. Not a bad play there on first down from Lamar Jackson, able to evade pressure and get it to Justice Hill for a couple.
Yeah, Lamar just finding Hill out of the backfield instead of just taking a sack. 152 left, crunch time here.
152 to go. Second and about 5 or 6. Lamar Jackson in the shotgun, one man in motion. Lamar drops the throw. Lamar Jackson, time for eternity. He finds Mark Andrews, who's trying to go on a redemption arc for himself. It's a big gain on second down. And guess what, Jacob? He's out of bounds. First down, Baltimore. So the
Huge play,
strategy, go ahead,
huge play.
talk us through it.
Sorry, Robbie. Huge play there for the Ravens and Andrews. Redemption play by Andrews, not cutting back into the field of play and losing the ball like he did last time where he coughed it up.
So the question becomes, do the Ravens go for the touchdown quickly? Because if they don't get the 2 point, they might have to go for the onside kick. Something to consider as someone in the chat Lamar Jackson drops the throw again. Lamar Jackson waiting. Lamar Jackson scrambling. Lamar Jackson firing over the middle. It's caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Incredible.
Wow.
Lamar Jackson doing it all. And the Ravens, who thought their odds were unlikely that they'd come back, get a good source of luck courtesy of Isaiah Likely. And now, Jacob, I brought this up a second ago. They need the 2 point.
Yeah, they've already failed a 2 point earlier in this game, which the game would be tied right now if they got that. But now here we are, 2 point conversion, season on the line.
2 point conversion, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson scrambling. Lamar Jackson fires. It's dropped by Mark Andrews. The redemption arc is not completed. No, that's not how you thought that play would go. Oh my goodness. Insanity.
Looked like a
How?
little deja vu for Andrews. Deja vu for Andrews, as one against Pittsburgh, I believe, a couple years ago. It was the same thing, wide open, and Andrews dropped it.
Unbelievable. How many plays will the Ravens have now? That was it right there. Erase going for two earlier and kicking the extra point. This game would likely be tied. But now, ladies and gentlemen, this season will come down to I believe, an onside kick. And yes, it will be an onside kick. So you'll probably see a ton of timeouts now. Lamar Jackson, who we saw put up something special. It will now take something special for the Ravens to keep their season alive. And we will talk you through it right here. Justin Tucker will need to get this onside kick into the hands of one of his teammates in order for the Ravens to have a chance to win it. Here
One
we go.
one timeout left.
Bills do not call timeout. The kick is away by Tucker. It is going to be recovered by the Bills.
Rasul Douglas.
Rasul Douglas ices the game. Josh Allen and the Bills will be victorious tonight. Most likely now. Unbelievable. You never thought that a script can get so crazy. But what a sequence of events now. Now the Bills can't fumble this. Cannot fumble the ball at all.
I don't
Josh
know what.
Allen, handoff to Davis, to Ty Johnson, breaking tackles. He gets into the second level, and that will do it. The former New York Jet ices the game for real now. Timeout, Baltimore. It likely will not matter. And in the blink of an eye, Mark Andrews, who went from a hero to nothing, from a hero to zero, may have ended the Ravens season on 2 plays. You could argue that. Instead of the Ravens having a chance to celebrate, it will be the Bills who will continue their season. A team that some thought would never have a chance to be here in 2025. Some thought a team that would not even make the playoffs. Some thought that this team could possibly be dismantled even more depending on how things went. Well, once again, the Bills define the odds and will send themselves to Kansas City, Missouri. Josh Allen victorious. The king of the East is at it again. He dethrones Lamar Jackson. A tale of two MVP candidates ends with number 17 being victorious. The final score in this one, it's the Buffalo Bills 27, the Baltimore Ravens 25.
Un-
Jacob Kaplan, what a
unreal.
game. What a way to end the divisional round of the playoffs.
Unreal game from the best versus the best. Mark Andrews, man. I'm going on Twitter right now, and I cannot wait to read a couple of these. What the people are saying. I'm gonna just read a couple of these quickly.
I think we'll
Open.
save that for a post stream. But the
Oh,
Bills advanced to their second AFC championship since 1994. They did it back in 2020.
oh, it's just a
And,
bunch of. That's all it is.
Josh Allen trying to help a franchise seek their first Super Bowl after losing so many back in years before both of us were born. Buffalo's chances are now reborn, they say, as Josh Allen and the Bills will set off to face Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs next Sunday. It's Allen who dethrones Jackson. The final score, once again, it's the Ravens 27, the Bills 27, the Ravens 25. For Jacob Kaplan and the entire Give 'em 5 media crew, I'm Robbie Basil saying good night. It'll be the Bills and the Chiefs next Sunday night, right here on Give 'em 5 Media. Stay tuned, like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Good night, everyone.